Without warning, without media spotlight, and without the involvement of a label that usually accompanies every move of a K-pop artist, the collaboration between Jungkook and DJ Snake suddenly shook the global public. But it's not just the collaboration that drew attention. What's more surprising, and now the center of discussion, is the absence of HYBE, the label that has long managed Jungkook, from the entire dynamic of this project. Why is HYBE completely invisible in this international scale collaboration? And is this just a coincidence, or is there something deeper that has yet to be revealed to the public? In the South Korean entertainment world, especially under the structure of major agencies, label involvement in every artist's project is inseparable. So when Jungkook, one of the biggest names from BTS and a global representative of K-pop, appears in a major movement with DJ Snake without any trace of HYBE's participation, big questions arise. Is this project part of an independent strategy? Or does it actually signal a more significant shift in Jungkook's solo career direction? Over the past few months, Jungkook has shown striking intensity in overseas activities. Several unofficial reports indicate his involvement in multiple recording sessions, meetings with global producers, and cross-continental projects, all seemingly conducted in an atmosphere that appears to be personally managed, not institutionally. Observant fans note an increasingly consistent pattern. Jungkook carrying out large-scale activities without HYBE's promotion, without official branding, and most noticeably, without formal documentation from the central management. Now, with the emergence of the collaboration with DJ Snake, those assumptions are further reinforced. The collaboration itself has created a massive wave on social media, yet there was no official announcement, no label teaser, no involvement of HYBE's production team in publishing its content. Whereas in HYBE's tradition, even the smallest involvement of their artists is usually packaged and released systematically. The fact that a project of this scale proceeds without the label's communication structure has sparked wild speculation. Did HYBE choose not to be involved, or were they left out entirely? The public is wondering, and with good reason. Because if this trend continues, Jungkook's solo project has the potential to become an independent phenomenon separate from HYBE's strategic map. It is important to note that DJ Snake is no ordinary figure in the global music industry. A collaboration with him is a significant step, not just an ordinary partnership. And precisely because of that, HYBE's absence becomes more striking and creates more serious assumptions among industry observers. Some fans have even gathered visual evidence. Photos of Jungkook in the United States, his appearance at certain studios, and the presence of DJ Snake's visual symbols that have started to be associated with Jungkook. Yet none of these movements have received acknowledgement or validation from HYBE. No promotional posts, no reposts from official accounts, not even media support from their internal network. This is a collaboration built on Jungkook's personal strength and direct creator-to-creator connections. Without the presence of a label entity, the question now is not just, is HYBE involved, but further, did HYBE deliberately not get involved? Or more concerningly, is this a shift in the relationship between Jungkook and his label? This speculation intensifies when looking at patterns from previous projects, where HYBE's involvement seemed minimal or even non-existent. But until now, no clarification has emerged. This situation instead creates a void that is being filled by public interpretation. Many believe that Jungkook is building an independent ecosystem that gives him greater control. Some welcome this as a form of creative freedom. But many others worry that this is a sign of fractured coordination with the label that has long supported him. What's certain is, HYBE's silence is a spotlight that cannot be ignored. In an era where digital narratives are quickly formed by fan bases, the absence of the label becomes the loudest statement. And if this trend is real, we are witnessing one of the most dramatic shifts in the structure of the relationship between K-pop artists and the system that supports them. The public will keep watching. Is this merely a silent promotional strategy, or a reflection of a deeper change that will permanently alter Jungkook's career direction? These questions remain unanswered. But one thing is for sure, the collaboration between Jungkook and DJ Snake is not just about music. It's about a shift in power, narrative, and future direction. And in all of this, HYBE's absence is no longer a minor detail. It is the core of the mystery now unsettling fans worldwide, and the context of the fast-paced, visual-based modern entertainment world. The absence of a major player like HYBE in a project as big as the collaboration between Jungkook and DJ Snake is clearly not something to be overlooked. However, before we dive further into endless speculation, it's important to ask a fundamental question. Is all the information we're receiving actually true? Or are we being led into a narrative that has been carefully engineered to create the illusion of conflict, tension, or even artistic independence that may not have fully occurred yet? Currently, the widely spread narrative on social media claims that Jungkook's project with DJ Snake shows no involvement from the label. But where does this narrative originate? Most of the information circulating on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and fan community forums tends to be speculative, accompanied by unverified visual evidence and narratives built from fragmented information without complete context. So, is it fair to trust them outright? Do these viral pieces of information truly represent the factual reality on the ground? Or are they part of a digital ecosystem that prioritizes sensation for clicks and visibility? We cannot deny that the world of K-pop has become a grand stage where reality and illusion often blend without clear boundaries. Every step of an idol, especially someone like Jungkook, will always become material for speculation, theories, and public opinion construction. But isn't this precisely the strong reason why we should all remain skeptical and not swallow every piece of information that appears on our timelines? Is it true that HYBE is not involved? Or are they deliberately applying a silent strategy, giving space for exploration without showing explicit control? On one hand, it's very appealing to imagine that Jungkook is moving independently, taking full control of his music career and forming direct connections with big names like DJ Snake. This is a heroic narrative that the public loves, an artist stepping out of the label's shadow to show his true identity. But on the other hand, is this narrative built on data? Or are we simply enjoying a storyline shaped by social media algorithms, which indirectly push us to believe something that might not be entirely accurate? These kinds of questions become highly crucial, especially in the modern media ecosystem that tends to blur the lines between fact and opinion. Has HYBE truly lost control over one of its biggest artists? Or are they running a different, subtler promotional strategy that suits a global market not always reliant on corporate narratives? And more importantly, do we as the audience have the capacity to distinguish between reality and speculation? Let's review some of the foundations of the HYBE is not involved theory. One of them is the absence of official posts or promotional campaigns from the label's official accounts. But is that absence enough to prove non-involvement? Couldn't this be part of a silent marketing strategy designed to build curiosity, fuel discussion, and generate buzz without using conventional promotional paths? In today's digital era, such strategies are far from impossible. Many global artists choose to let rumors grow as part of a natural promotion, which can be more effective than official launches. So, are we witnessing a rift between artist and label, or are we part of a very clever hidden marketing strategy? Are public emotions deliberately played with to strengthen emotional ties to the artist, without us realizing it? It's important to remember that not all information on social media can be used as a basis for drawing conclusions. Many viral contents are built from incomplete perspectives, or even deliberately structured to steer opinions in a certain direction. Therefore, rather than immediately believing and spreading the narrative that HYBE is absent or has been left by Jungkook, wouldn't it be wiser to take a reflective stance? These following questions deserve our contemplation. Is all the information we receive really based on verifiable data? Are we not being used by the media system to believe in narratives shaped for certain parties' benefit? Is it possible that HYBE's absence in public discourse is only visual, not factual, as consumers of information? We have a responsibility not to be mere passive recipients. Every news piece, including this article, should be treated as material for open discussion that prioritizes logic, data, and verification. Because if not, we risk becoming part of a system that reinforces disinformation, believes fabrication as reality, and forms opinions based on ignorance. We want to emphasize that all information in this article is sourced from various digital platforms that currently serve as the hub for public narrative traffic, including TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and community forums. However, so far, none of these sources provide strong evidence or confirmations that can be officially accounted for.